Okay, yeah, so chair is at the side, too low. Every time, this is the problem when I have it all on one camera. Normally, you know, when I'm at home, I have a separate one, but we'll get going and I'll just keep coming forward and moving it. So feet about hip distance apart. I've got my chair slightly in front because I'm a little bit restricted with room in here and having to be so far back so you can see me. So toes slightly out today, ankles, knees, hips and shoulders in line, chest to the ceiling. Just relax it back. Keep the lower tummy held in, chest up. We can step to the side, do our 3 squat. So 3, 2, and 1, and then step back in. So it's although it's like a squat, it's a plie, and we're just concentrating, taking the bottom down, and then step back in. So bottom down. So don't worry too much about what the knees are doing. We don't want them to be too big. So 3, 2, 1. We're just going to do 2 more. So remember, effort is on the way back in. As we step in together, we pull tall to posture. 3, 2, 1. Now this time, put the leg to the back, so it's in a point. Pull the tummy in and really stretch tall, and then slightly lean forward. And from there, we've got 3, 2, 1, and then stand back tall again. So you've just got time to think about your posture. 3, back in. 2 more. 3, 2, 1, and then perfect posture. And you should just feel it sort of tensing up all the way up to here, across through the bottom and in. 1 more. 3, 2, 1, and then sweep the leg forward so the toe, excuse me, is pointing forward. And we've got 3 lifts at the front. So we've got 3, 2, 1, back to perfect posture. And again, 3, tap, 2, tap. Make sure the toes are pointed back in. And again, 3. The music will come back on in a minute. It takes its time out here. It's something to do with the Irish internet, I think. 2, 3, back in. Now step for 3. So you plie, 2, 3, come up tall. And again, 3, 2, 1, point it to the back. And you've got 3, 2, 1, hold it up. And again, 3, 2, 1, swing it forward. Again, lift, 2, 3, back in, 3, 2, 1, back in. We'll wait for the music, just pedal off the feet. Lifting through the heel, just press. Press in there. Okay, keep the feet where they are, just knee bends. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2. Now step to the side. 3, 2, 1, and step in all the way. And again, 3, 2, point to the back, tighten through and lift. 3, 2, 1, back up tall. And again, behind. Make sure you're lengthening through that leg. Bring the leg to the front. So 3. You don't have to lift high, but keep the low toe so the leg stays long. And again, 3. So just feel it all the way through here. Back in. Now we're going to go out to the side and plie for 3, 2, and then your last 1, and then step in, little curtsy. Straight back out. 2, 3, curtsy. And again, 3. Remember, don't go too big. Keep it nice and light on them legs, so it feels like you're working the thighs and not the knees. 3, 1 more. 3, 2, 1. Hold it in. Check your posture. This arm, clean the window in front. Round, round. Really think about stretching through. The wall is in front and you're making the arm as big as you can, stretching through, keeping the hand flat. Round. That's it. Round. Good. 2 more. Get over. That's it. And last one. Check your posture. We're going to just reach up with the arm to the ceiling and down if you can. Sweep out to the side. Lift. But try and keep the shoulder down. So as we lift, we're not doing this. Keep it down. Lift and lower. Now if it's too much there, you can just lift it slightly further forward. So instead of coming up to the side, if it's too much, just lift it forward and down. Otherwise up, down. Good. Okay, this time we're going to start to add a little bit of a lean, and then a pull. So we grab the apples off the tree, pull the hip to the elbow to the hip. Keep going. Keep going. I'm just going to try and move my camera slightly. Up, pull. That's it. Grab. 2 more. Really push that hip out as we lean. Push out and hold. From here, we've got elbow in, elbow out. And again, if it's too high and it's too much on the shoulder, bring it down and open. But if you can, across. And now start to turn the body across and out. And remember, as you go back, squeeze that shoulder blade. 2 more, cross and out. Last one. And then let go of the chair, lift one heel and just pedal. Press. So we're changing, press, change the arm. And each time, remember, you're pushing back with that arm as well as lifting. Heel change. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms down, take it up. Lower it out, bring them halfway down. And then we've got our 3 knees. We just hold it in a sort of hug for 3 and then open. So round the back, 2, 3, and press. So round the very top of the back as you do in your little 3 knee bends. 1 more. 3, 2, 1, and open. Cross your arms down, lift, and open. So that one side, this side will probably be a bit achy. Pop the chair over the other side. Again, the music will start when it feels like it. So we'll check through our postures again. Tummy in, chest up, shoulders back, slightly toes out. And then we start off with our 3 plie to the side. So we've got 3, 2, 1, and in. And again, 3, 2, 1, step in. 3, 2, 1. So we're just going to do 2 more because we've been warming up the legs on the other side. Last one. 3, 2. So remember, after this one, point it to the back, tummy in and lift, lift. 3 and then back up tall in the middle. 3, 2, 1, back in. 2 more. 3. So you feel it right up into here, crossing down the back of the leg. 3, 2, 1. Okay, plie to the side again for you. 3, 2, 1. Step it in. 3, 2, 1. Point to the back. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Back in. And again. 3, 2. Point the leg forward. Front leg. 3, 2, 1, and in. And again. 3, 2, 1. 2 more to the front. So you've got 3, 2, 1. 1 more. 2, 1. Plie. 3, 2, and then curtsy. Back. And again. 3, 2, 1. Curtsy. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Curtsy. Lift. From here, clean your window. Oops. Take it round. Back. Sweeping. Pulling. Nice and big. Think about that middle part of the back. Stretch through the shoulder. Round. 2 more. Round. Good. Okay, grab the apple, but reach first. Reach. Pull down. Reach to the top. So make sure you're not scrunching here. Reach without scrunching. So then keep it exactly the same, but lean. Push the hip out. Over. Pull back in. So we stretch the waist and spine, then scrunch it. Moving all them vertebrae in the middle. And working the waist. Cross. Pull in strong. 3. Pull. 2. That's it. And we're ready for the pec deck. Open out. Bring it across. Back open. So remember, as we open, really squeeze the shoulder blade. Cross. squeeze out, cross. Just 2 more. Back. Good. Last one. Hold it. Bring your arm down, hands off the chair. Lift one heel and one arm. And press. Press. 4, 3, 2. Okay, knee bend. 3. Round the back, tuck the chin in. Lift up, open out. So 3, round the back. 2, 3. Think about that middle back rounding at the top there. Don't go too low down the middle. Just up the top. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Cross your arms. Reach it up. Sit down. Good. Roll your shoulders. So if you want to grab your dumbbells and a quick drink for me. Hopefully, again, the music will start. So take your time. Okay, so starting on the dumbbells, we want to be nice and tall and narrow with our feet and knees and legs. So we're standing a bit taller and we're off balance slightly if we have to. Hands to the side, we're going to curl up and then lower down. And again, just easy curl. If you want to go heavier on your weights, you can, but you're still working keeping them light. If you take them up even by half a kilogram or half a pound even, it'll make a difference, but it's up to you. So we're going to up to the top and stop. From there, our elbows are up as if we're resting on our table, and we push the weight forward and then up and round. So it comes forwards, up, keep the shoulders down, squeeze into the waist, and then curl. So we're going forwards, up, open, and curl. Okay, so forwards, lift, open, sit, and curl. And again, forwards, lift, squeeze the elbows, curl. Forward, lift, down, 1 curl, stay up. Push, lift, elbows, 1 curl and stay. Push, up, elbows in, curl. So on that curl, your hands should be nice and wide. Curl, push, lift, in, curl. Push, lift, elbows in. 2 more. Push, lift, squeeze, curl. 1 more. Push, lift, squeeze, 1 curl. Stay here, elbows up and elbows in. So it's where we're flying. Elbows up and down. So we'll get the upper body out the way. Lift and down. Now, as we do that, I want you to think about turning slightly through the chest and starting to lengthen the arms a bit longer. Lift and down into the center. So we're turning the shoulders if we're looking behind us, lengthening the arms out as we lift. So stretch and in. And again, lift. Good. Back in. Last time. Lift. And then to the other side to finish. Lift. Sit and back in. Both hands together. So you've got your weights. I more or less cross them over if you've got weights. If you've got tins, just keep them together. But we're going to take it up and drop it behind the head if you can. Now, if this is too much, come down into this position because you're working the same arm. So we can work on a kickback or a little ski if you can't get your arms up. But if you can, weights behind the head, come tall, press. So all you're doing is straightening up from the elbow, push to the ceiling, back behind the head, press, lower, push. This works all the way from the wrist, but it works the bingo wings as well. Like I say, if you can't do this, do your ski. Press, lower, push. Good, we've got another 2, sit and hold. Bring it in, into your ski position for everybody. Knees down, bottom push back as if we're sitting on a stool. Ski back, but it's coming a little bit more of a stiff ski. So normally with the ski, it's a nice strong movement, but we're keeping it a little bit closer to home. Keep the tailbone pushed up to the ceiling. Press back with the arms, bring it in. Remember, don't scrunch or lift your shoulders. Just push it back in, and don't round your back like this because you'll be uncomfortable if you're doing it. Keep it up, and remember you're sitting on a tight bar stool behind you and you're pushing your bottom back. We've got 4 more. 3. On the last one, we're going to hold it back there. Hold. Now we're going to squeeze in for 8, 7, 6. Try not to round in the shoulders or tuck your chin in. Keep up and on that high stool. So we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Round shoulders back. That's it. From here, just your bicep curl again. Keep it nice and easy because we're going to finish off the arms and then we're on the floor for the rest of the day. Up. I need just to make sure we've done everything we have to do when we're standing. 2. That's it. Last one. Bring it down. Roll the shoulders. So we're slowing it down and we're coming back to our slide forward. Forwards. Lift. Really squeeze them shoulder blades. Curl. Push. Lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 1 curl. 2 more. Push. Sit. Squeeze. Last one. Push. Lift. Squeeze. Curl. Side raise. Back in. Check your postures. 2 more facing the front. Okay, ready for that little turn. Lengthen forward and back. Twist. Nice and steady and controlled. Up. Bring it back to the centre. Take the weights up. Or get ready to do a ski. Check your postures first. And extend. Press. Good. So if you're doing your ski, just make sure you don't let your head strangle too much. Keep it under control. Press. Just 2 more and then we're all going to do our ski. Last one. Bring it up, round. Sitting on the stool, bottom back, elbows into the waist. And press in. So all you've got to concentrate in is keeping that lower tummy in. Push the bottom back as if that stool is there. Keep the chest lifted and the head up. Going to go for 4 more. 3. Keep it under control because you're still working the rest of the body. Remember, keeping it in the position. Hold it there. Squeeze. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Lift, 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 lift. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Arms will be aching. Just finish with a curl on its own. That's it. 2 more. Squeeze. Good. Last one. Right. Get rid of the weights. Bring your mat back, and you need your hip band on. So I'm going to just move my camera around a little bit and move everything out of the way. Have a drink of water before you come on the floor. Okay, so take your time, but pop your hip band on before you get down or once you're down. Just slip it over and then bring it up just above the knee. That's it. So once we're down, just stay sat up for to begin with. So we've got it above our knee at the moment, but once you're down, I want you to move it and take it a little bit lower so it's on the calf. So you have to open the legs and keep it quite tense. Now from there, then bring your heels up and make sure it's always tense, so it's not floppy, otherwise it will fall off your legs. And then from there, we're just going to lay ourselves down nice and gently. Still see you all, you should be able to see me. Now, your hands, if you're someone that feels a bit yucky when you lay flat on the floor, you can either get a cushion quickly and put it behind your head, or even a book will help, a thickish book. But a thickish cushion is good. But don't put it under your neck, make sure it's under your head. Otherwise, your soft ball, you can let a load of air out and put that underneath. Or one hand behind the other, lift the head, and just make a little pillow where your head starts to arc. So don't be tempted to think it's my neck, it's not, it's the weight of your head. So all you need to do is lift the head slightly and it'll help. Elbows to the side and down on the floor. And then we've got those band around the leg and our feet are open and pressing out on the band. We're just going to press out and release. So we're just pushing out with the side of the leg on the band round the calf. 4 more. 3. Now just make sure that you keep breathing and you don't hold your breath when you're down there. So, and you keep those feet apart so the band stays tense all the time, because like I said, if it goes loose, it's going to fall off. Now all we're going to do is bring the legs up into what we call our tabletop position. So from there, both feet are up, toes are up. We haven't got the heels near the bottom, they're up as if they're resting on a table or a chair in front of us. We keep that position and we're sort of moving from the hips. We slowly put the feet back down on the floor. So, and then we slowly lift again. You feel it through the lower tummy as you lift and bring the knees in slightly. And then gently, slowly down. And you're pushing outwards on the band all the time. So again, just gently lift both feet. Bring the knees in towards the chest and the tummy. And then keep it at the same speed, pressing out on the band. Remember, slow down and just wait for a second. So we're actually working the most when we first leave the floor, because we're trying to work this lower tummy area more than anything. And we're working the most as the legs are going back down to the floor from about halfway. So don't rush that bit. So the takeoff and the landing is slow. Gentle. I'm just teaching class. Okay, 1 minute. I'm just going to go to the door. Carry on. Just do me a couple of them. Somebody at the door. I'm just teaching my online class. Okay, so just do 2 more. And last one. So you should have felt that through your lower tummy. Keep it onto your lower calf there for a second. That's it. Have a rest. Okay, hands are still behind your head. I want you to lift your feet back up to that tabletop. And this time, rather than thinking bringing the knees in and out, I want you to think bring the heels in towards your bottom and then straighten up into the air. So in. Straighten up into the air. 2 more. Press out on that band, make it stretch and lift. Do another 2. Squeeze and straighten. Last one. Squeeze and straighten. Now hold up in the air if you can. Legs straight. That's it. And open. Close a little bit. So you're not going to open very far, just a small stretch of the band. Stretch and return. 4. 3. Now if you're struggling with the legs up, you can always pop your feet back on the floor and do it with your feet on the floor. Last one. Bring the legs down. Actually, sorry, before you bring the legs down, move the band up onto the thigh. Keep the hands there, tilt your head from side to side as well, just to loosen the neck and make sure you're breathing and you're relaxed. We're going to straighten one leg out on the floor. And straight away you feel like you've got a nice flat tummy inside. The muscles feel flat. Hover the foot above the floor and point the toe. So, and then we're going to lift that leg, keeping it straight. Lift and lower. But lift the leg nice and straight, pointing the toes to the ceiling and down. Press into the band with the thigh as you lift. Straight. It doesn't matter how high you go, but I want you to try and sort of push into the band in both directions. So we're working through the hip, front of the thigh. 2 more. Okay, now last one, hover about halfway. So we're going to slowly, don't rush this because it's for your groin and your inner thigh and your outer thigh. So we take it nice and slowly to the side, out and in. Press out. You should then feel that movement coming into the inner thigh, the outer thigh. But that inner thigh is working. The other leg's got to work hard as well to stabilise. It might get very tired. Bring it back in, lower it down, let it relax for a second, get your breath. Remember, rotate your chin to your shoulder for a few seconds. Breath in and out, over to the other side. Good, okay, bring it back to the centre, change the leg, so straighten the other leg out. Push the heel nice and strong into the floor on the other leg. Point toe, hover above the floor, relax everything in the shoulders and your face, and lift. Lift, up, and down. So a little bit faster. Gonna go for 8, down, 7. Keep them toes pointed. Keep the leg nice and long. It may look like I've got a bent leg on the camera, but I haven't. I have got a straight leg, but it's just the camera makes it look like it's not because of the way your knee is and the way the light is. So we're going to go for 4 more. Down. Keep breathing. Remember, don't hold your breath. Keep everything else in your body relaxed if you can. So you're just working the hip and the thigh. Hold it halfway. Control. Out and in. So this is, like I say, inner thigh, groin and lower back. So keep it under control. It feels really hard as you stretch it out. You can feel it through that thigh. Do 4 more if you can, but if not, have a rest. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring it in. Let it rest for a second. Give it a shake. Okay, feet back on the floor. We're going to have a rest off the back, so I want you just to roll onto your side. Okay, back on our back in a minute. So I want you to keep the elbow to the side, support the head, and bring your knees slightly forward. Feet away from the bottom, so don't scrunch your feet in. Bring them under your knee. Sit. And if this is uncomfortable again, you can bring your arm forward and just support it, or put a cushion or your blow-up ball there. But try and keep everything relaxed. Spot lower tummy in. Hover the knees apart, hands to the floor, and stretch, hold, and down, but don't touch. Stretch, and down. Nice and slow again. So it's like what we've just done laying on our back, but this time you will feel it in the outside of the hips rather than the inner thigh. So 2 more. That's it. Last one. That's good. Hold it there. So this time we're going to lift the knee. We've got the feet, the knees and thighs apart slightly. We've not gone all the way back down. We're hovered, and we're going to keep it hovered. Bring the knee up, and then straighten and push through the heel so the toes come back. So knee, straighten and push. Knee lift, and straighten and press. Knee up. So remember, keep the gap here. The thighs shouldn't be touching. They might be touching if you've got a very tight band on, but you should be able to just stretch, push through that heel. And again, you're going to feel this through the bottom, down the back of the leg, and in the front of the leg, and a little bit in your back as well here. 2 more. That's it. Last one. Bring it down and have a rest for a second, because everything will be aching and sore, even on the bottom leg. So when we're standing up, we do the glute kick, which is the one where we push the box back. We're going to do that laying here as we are. So we'll lift the leg first, the top leg, and then we swing the knee back. You might find your back arcs slightly, and you need to put your hand on the floor. Push back, and then bring it forward slightly. So really push the box back behind you. You've got to try and keep this knee down on the floor. Nice and slow. Push. And then the knee comes slightly forward. And again, big push, squeeze the bottom. And then up. 2 more. Push. And up. Take it back. hold it back, then tap for 8, 7, small movement, like we're just giving that box a little bit more of a push. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Set. Okay, so hands to the floor, lift yourself up to sit in, and then spin your legs over the other way. Otherwise, if you roll over, you'll be facing the back and you won't be able to see me. So again, knees forward, feet under the knees. And at the minute, the band's not too tight because we're down. Hover. So remember, be careful with this ankle, because if your ankle's hurting, you're probably doing this with it or that's with it. You just let your ankle relax. The movement is coming all the way from up here, but your ankle might tense up. So if you find your ankle is really aching, it's because it's tensing up. So hover, hand to the floor, stretch, back down. And what you're going to find is the one that's on the floor is going to be aching because it's already worked, probably more than the top leg. Stretch and down. So you can tell where this is working. It's the outer thighs, hips and bottom. Stretch. Remember, don't hold your breath and don't overdo it. Just gently stretch. It doesn't have to be a big movement. And if you're tired, just a small one still works. 2 more. Press, because your legs are getting tired now because they've both been working on the other side. And relax for a second. Okay, so now we've got to do the knee lift and the straight leg. I've not got a lot of room, so I'll be pushing into my chair. Hold it there. Hover. And knee. And press. Slow. And push, push, push away. Set, knee lift. Press, press, press. Push through the heel. Good. Keeping that gap. Lift. Legs, hips, and everything will be aching. These are really good if you've had like hip surgery or you're waiting for hip surgery, and they're really good for toning the legs and the bottom. And they're really good at strengthening the lower back and the whole of the pelvis. Last one. That's it. And straight. Okay, bring it in for a second and rest. So we've just got the press back, the box press to go, which is really working a bit more into the bottom and underneath the bottom that lifts. So separate the legs a little bit and use your heel to push the box back. Like I say, you'll feel like your body's moving a little bit. Push and up and again. Push through the heel as if there's a massive box on the floor here, and you've got to use your heel, push it away as far as you can. And then up. 2 more big pushes. Push. And up. Last one. Push it back. Hold it there. Pat, tap, slow. 8, 7. So we're using the heel, really push through. Push through. 4 more. So we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, bring it in. So now outside of your hips and everything will be aching a bit more. So it's up to you. You can stay this side or get back up and turn your head to the other side, but we're going back on our back now. And we're relaxed down. Okay, still got your band on. Once you're on your back, open your feet a little bit more again and your knees open a little bit. So make sure your feet stay down and you've got the band stretched slightly. If you can, put your palms face up at the side, but if not, one hand behind the other, resting on your head, and then let your elbows drop to the side. Make sure your heels are closer to your bottom than away. And then pull the lower tummy in, and we're going to lift the bottom, lift it up, and hold, and then through the spine, the bottom down, and banana the back. So we're coming up into that shoulder bridge, but remember, down through the spine, banana at the bottom. And also important, as we come up, most of the ribs are down on the floor. It's just the bottom 3 that come up. Nice and slowly going down and relax it on the floor for a second. Okay, so we're going to this time, you'll have to take your hands out if you've got them behind your head just for this exercise, and pop your palms face up. Remember, don't put them face down because you'll use your hands and you're pressing through your arms. Just lift one foot off the floor, point it to the ceiling. just keeping it as straight as you can or to the wall. You don't have to have it all the way up, but somewhere sort of pointing to where the wall and ceiling meet would be good. And then we've got the other heel close into the bottom. We're going to push in, lift and hold, and then down and relax. Just 2 more. Lift, the bottoms come up a little bit, and hold, and then down. Last one. Go again. Sorry, I just got cramp in my leg there. Lift, pushing into the heel, hold, and down. And then we change legs, so the other foot over. If, like me, you get cramp in the back of your leg on this one because it's very intense exercise, pop your bottom down and push your heel to the ceiling. Keep the legs straight. Okay, so close into the bottom with the heel, leg up towards the wall and ceiling, and push down. Lift the bottom, so it's through your shoulders and that heel, and down. 2 to go. Go again. Lift and hold, and lower, and again. So lift, hold, and lower. Straighten both legs out nice and long, so they're just straight for a second. Point the toes back to your knee and push away through your heels, so you're just getting a stretch through the back of the leg. Bring the heels back on the floor. Okay, take the hands back behind the head for a second. Feet and knees apart. Sit elbows down, back to the shoulder bridge. We're going to come up, lift, lower, down. And again, remember, just the bottom 3 ribs come up. Most of the rib cage and the shoulders stay nice and flat. Down. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Let's keep it here. I just want you to stretch the band again like we did when we first got back down on the floor. We stretch the band and then back in. So all we're doing is roll the feet onto the sides of the blades of the foot if you need to, and then flat foot. Sides, flat foot. 4. And in. And again, stretch out. In. 2 more. Out to the side. In. Last one. Out. And in. Okay, now remember we did the reverse curl. So we keep the feet and knees apart, so we're stretching the band. We lift both feet, bring the knees slightly in, and then keep pressing out on the band and lower the leg down. So lift, lift. So the knees have got to stay wide. Down, down. Control through that lower tummy. Lift, lift, in. Take it down, and you start to work now as you're heading towards the floor. You work again as you lift the feet. Bring the knees in. Try and keep that pelvis as steady as you can. So you work the tummy and that lower back. Good. 2 more. Take it down. There. Last one. Bringing it up. In. Pop it down on the floor. Okay, bring the feet and knees together. Your band might go floppy, it doesn't matter. Take your hands like an aeroplane to the side. Drop your knees all the way to the floor, and then look the opposite way. Right to your knees. Blow it out. Slowly bring the knees to the center. Drop them over the other way. Let the feet and knees relax. So get a good twist through the waist. Drop the chin towards the shoulder. Relax your breathing. Good. Okay, bring it back to the center. Back up. Okay, and then I want you to lift the feet and just slide the band off without trying to lift your head, because you'll be overdoing it if you've got to lift your head. Just slide the band out, but keep the band. We've got the band and we're going to use it like a little sling. So we're just pinching on the ends, and then it goes behind our head. What we're going to do is, it's like we've got glue on the back of our hips here, and we're glued down to the floor, but our shoulders can come up. We're going to pull on the head and just hold for 4. 3, 2, 1, and then down. And relax. Go again. So we lift up. It's not about how high you lift. A tiny lift works better because it works higher in the tummy. Just hold it. Blowing it out. Keep holding. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and down, and relax all the way. Stay there for a few seconds. Okay, so remember, it's not about height, it's about hold. So we lift and curl the head and shoulders, look forward, just hold. So pulling on that band to support, keep breathing, blow out. Slowly down with the shoulders and relax. Okay, 2 more times. So we're going to curl, blow out and hold. Just hold it there. Tighten the tummy, tuck it all in, blowing out, but keeping that tension through your tummy. So blow for 4. Pull the tummy in on every blow. Relax all the way down for a second. Just stay there. We're going to do it 1 more time, but before we do, just make sure once you're up, you're sort of tucking in to make it an inside of a spoon on your tummy, and then we're going to blow, and every time we blow, we pull the tummy in sort of round the belly button and below, going across the hips and the groin. So relax everything. Don't pull too much on the head. Remember, just slow and controlled. So lift. You feel the tension in the tummy and hold. And we're going to go for 4. And breathe gently. Just a little bit more of a pull as you blow in. Lift up a bit higher, squeeze. Last one. And blow. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. That's it. And relax it back down. Okay, last exercise then. We've still got the band. This time we're going to lift up to the front. So we're taking the elbow over towards the knee. So one shoulder stays down on the floor and the other one, as if we're bringing and we're curling over with the elbow towards the knee. It's not going to go anywhere near the knee. We're just curling up. So one shoulder comes up all the way to the middle of the spine and the other shoulder stays down, and we're pulling slightly on the back. We've got 4 and down, 3, last 2, and last 1, and down. Release. Just leave the band there. Bring the leg in, one leg in towards the chest. Push the heel up, toes down. If anybody needs to go, they can. I'm just nearly finished. So rotate your ankle round. Set back the other way. Okay, pop that foot down. Bring the other leg in. Hold around the back of the leg. Push the heels up, toes down. So the heel to the ceiling. Try and get the back of the knee nice and straight. So rather than thinking about pulling the leg in, think about getting that leg straight, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Okay, just drop the chin towards the shoulder. Keep your breathing in. Over to the other shoulder. Rotate your ankle round. Back the other way. Okay, then bring both knees in and cross your ankles. Open the knees, hug round the back of the thighs. Relax the legs. Lift the chin, tuck in, and roll yourself up. Sit, and then just sit for a second with the wide legs. Heels of the feet together. Elbows are just going to push down on the inside of the thighs. So we work there. So if you can't get your ankles, you can hold on to your calf at the front of your shin and lean forward with the chest and just press down a little bit here on the inside of the knee. Take a breath in through your nose. And then as you blow out, push a little bit further down and push out on them thighs a bit more. Keep pushing down a few more seconds. So bring that up. Okay, give yourself a round of applause there and then take your time getting up from the floor. Just take your time. But I would normally get up onto my knees, one leg forward, toes under, hands on your thigh, and then push to get up because it just saves you pulling anything as you're getting up. Turn my music off.